Good evening, folks. We are back. We should have Henry Tabor coming through here in the limited two-wheel drive car. For those of you just joining us, welcome to Southern Ohio Forest Rally, round 5 of the ARA Championship presented by Kubota. We're here at the Yoctangee Street Stage. We're just about halfway through the first running. Here's Henry Tabor coming over the jump. So we had a brief pause there on the stream and on the stage. We had a co-driver complaining of some back pain at the finish line, so they paused the stage for that co-driver to be able to be checked out. And now we're back going again here with audio on the stream. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the patience. We've tried so many times to bring you the action here. Luckily, we're able to do that this time. This is great. We should have Michael Cessna and Jamie Lambert coming through here in the 336. Big jump from them always. Proper jump there by Michael Cessna and Jamie Lambert. Last year, we saw them come over this jump and leave an oil spill for 30, 40 feet after the jump. So great to see them come out, still send it over the jump on the limiter. Nice smooth landing. Maybe they got some new suspension or something going on there. Next car coming through. See who this is. Sounds like some serious anti-lag. There we go. Nick Luther in one of the old Dirtfish school cars. I've got hundreds of hours of drive time in that car that just came over the jump. It always means something a little bit special to me to see that thing come over the line. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. I'm going to go in for a quick drink of water. I'm going to set the mic down so you guys can get some audio here of this jump. Stay tuned for the next car here. Should be Daniel Hayes in the Mustang. Daniel Hayes coming through in the Mustang. Lost by Choice Motorsports, I believe. Here he goes. Always a big jump. Great to see some sparks. Keeps it a little bit more interesting for the fans out here. Got thousands of people. The sun's starting to set. It's finally cooling down. It was 85, 90 degrees with 185% humidity or something out here. Everybody was sweating. We got a small media crew here hanging out. We got media all the way down there filming the rest of the jump. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the first running of the stage. There will be a second run where we'll see all the cars come through as well. To my knowledge so far, nothing has changed there. So we'll get to see everybody come through again. We got the Shepherds coming through. It's great to see Doug Shepard out here in the neon. There is 2 Doug Shepards. I'm not sure which one that is. If it's the father or the son, I'll have to interview them later this weekend and find out which one's in there. Great to see them out. I'm losing my voice. That's not good this early in the stream, guys. Looking back on the list here. James Przybylkowski coming through. Ethan Curtis, nice clean jump there. Next up, we should have Mark Tabor coming through. We've already seen Madeline come through. We've seen Henry Tabor come through. Now we're going to have Mark coming through. You know, it's kind of a passing of the guard. Mark Tabor was there for his 200th rally at Oregon Trail Rally, and now his kids are up ahead of him on the road. We'll see. Maybe he's going to put a push on this weekend. He's always talking about, you know, staying competitive with them. Here he comes. There you go, that drone, so close there. Nice jump. Next up, we got our own Kaysen Pedersen, Dirtfish alumni. Kaysen's been coming to Dirtfish since he was about 16. I just talked to him about an hour ago. He just graduated college, and he's coming back to rally. You know, we saw him at 4 or 5 rallies last year. Then he kind of took an 8-month hiatus. That was to finish school. Now he's back to what's serious rallying. Great to see him back out here in the Lexus, run by River City Rally. Kaysen's coming through. He told me he was going to take it a little bit easy on the jump the first pass. So not expecting anything huge here. Let's see how he does. Nice and smooth, no nonsense. Kaysen, he's got a level head, very competitive. I think we're going to see him, you know, potentially standing on a podium this weekend. He's going to be sorted. He's going to be fast. He's playing it smart here. He's in it for the long run. Next up, coming down the line, who do we got? Mike Turpak and the Cosworth. The Causey, cleanest car out here all weekend, for sure. Look at this thing. Beautiful. Proper backfire there. Fans getting excited about it. Next up, sounds like we got someone coming close. Ian McCarthy and the 2007 STI. Sun's starting to set. It's feeling good. It's cooled off. It's a perfect night for rally cars, but really, when's it not a perfect night for rally cars? Here he comes, nice and loud, coming around that corner. And up to the jump. Here he goes. Nice and smooth. So loud on that thing. One tail light. That's all you really need. Now, next up on the road, Matt McGee. We've seen Matt McGee here win limited two-wheel drive, I think 2 years in a row. The last 2 years he's been out here. He told me last year, we didn't know when he'd be back out, so it's great to see him back out. He thought he might be taking a couple of years off, but he is back. Matt McGee in the wicked redonkulous Volkswagen. Proper jump there. A little bit of a nosedive. Still made it work. Matt McGee may be great and in the contention here for regional limited two-wheel drive. Like I said, 2 years in a row for him. I'll put some money on Matt. He knows these roads. He knows the area. This is his favorite rally. Great to see him back out. We got the ARA tent. We got people with camper tents set up out here. We maybe did this wrong. Maybe next year we bring a car out and set up a live stream on top of that. We'll get a little bit of better angle for everyone here. There we go. Nice smooth jump over that one. Next up, we got Eric Buteau, the 2008 Impreza. It's a little bit foggy here. Seems like maybe some tire smoke. Maybe it's just that moisture, the humidity. I think we're going to see some nice wild jumps towards the back of the pack here. It always stays interesting here at the Yoctangee Street Stage. Here they come. Playing it smart. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth over the jump. Coming back down here, looking at my list, we got Eric Buteau. Now we got Sean Burke in a 1991 Honda CRX. I feel like I can hear that thing screaming from pretty far away. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the first run of the Yoctangee Street Stage. There was a slight delay. One of the co-drivers up front was complaining of some back pain at the finish line, so they paused the stage just as a precaution, and now we are back into the action. Here's that CRX. Little break beforehand. And then a ripping. That thing is quick. They broke over the jump, but just the acceleration from them landing to taking back off was pretty ridiculous. Nice little rig they got there. Next up, we got another 1997 Impreza. 20 stages this weekend, just the 2 stages tonight, 18 throughout the next few days, about 60 some stage miles tomorrow, and then 50 on Saturday. About 123 stage miles for the whole weekend here at Southern Ohio Forest Rally. Nice smooth jump, smooth sounding Subaru there in the 1997. They keep on going down the line. We got Ryan McGrath in one of the Lexuses, another Dirtfish alumni. It's great seeing so many former Dirtfish students coming out here. I say former, but they're coming back. I talked to Kaysen earlier in one of the Lexuses as well. He said, he felt at testing, at Shakedown, that he should have been back out to Dirtfish just before to get some training in, because he kind of had to shake out some stuff from being out of the car for 8 months. But seeing the Acura come over there nice and smooth, clean jump in that thing. Coming on down here, who do we got next? I was expecting Ryan McGrath, but we had the Integra come through. So maybe there were some change-ups. Maybe there's something going on a little bit further back. We are about 40-some cars into the mix here out of 59 cars. So it's going to be kind of hard to predict who's coming over the line at this point. There we go, another Honda Civic with Weston Davis. Nice little chirp. I'm just going to hold this list here. Bear with me, guys. If you see me reading paper, it's hard to remember 120 people's names and all the cars, makes, models. It's difficult. I'm trying to keep you informed, trying to keep you entertained out here. We're having a good time. Hopefully you're having a good time and you can hear us all right on the stream. Hopefully you can see this all right from wherever you're chiming in. Let us know. Throw a comment in the chat. Let us know what you want to see more of. If you want to see more lives like this, if you're tuning in on Twitch, if you're tuning in on Twitter or X or whatever they're calling these days, Facebook, YouTube, let us know. There's Ryan McGrath in the Lexus, playing it smart, nice and smooth over the jump, getting the finish line. You cannot win the rally on the stage, but you can lose it. We say that all the time at these super specials, but there's always a few cars that do end up losing it. So, it's kind of a trade-off here. Do you come out here? Do you send it on the jump, put on a good show for the fans? I think we saw a little bit of that this evening at the start. Hopefully we're going to see a little bit more of that on the second pass. A little bit of rev limiter coming over there. There we go. They're a little bit out of order now. It's hard to tell who we're going to see. We got Neil Donnelly coming up. We got Jason Kodat, Emmons Hathaway, DJ with our very own Zane Jackson. Apparently I was calling Zane Zach for a few years. Here we go. Now Zane's with us out at Dirtfish as one of our techs. Zane's a great guy. Great to see him out here competing. Oh, big spin, off the road, into a tree. Off the road, into a tree. Locked up the brakes at the finish line. Not sure what's going on here. Looked like a fairly soft impact into the tree. They kind of locked up the brakes. We heard the skid. Can you zoom in there? What do you got for zoom? I think we're fully zoomed in, but you can see the lights. Another car is coming up the jump. Here we go. Another car. There's Niall Donnelly coming through. They're out of the car. Looks like they're okay. They'll probably be setting up a triangle. They are after the finish line, so they did get a stage time. Hopefully they can get that thing moving and get to the time control. Not sure what the rules are if you have a little bit of an off after the finish line before coming into the control. Here we go. This could be DJ and Zane in the Honda Civic. That thing's screaming. Here it comes. Oh, that's a Fiesta. There we go. Jason Kodat. Now we should have DJ and Zane. Keep an eye on that Fiesta out there. They're not moving, but they're out of the car. They got the triangle set up. They're okay. Here it is. Screaming over the finish line there. That was DJ and Zane. Next up, we got Adam Brock in the Volvo coming over the finish line here in the 4-door. Hopefully he's going to send it. Seen a lot more Volvos come into contention these days. We got a whole squad of them out west on the West Coast. They have the Volvo Cup going. Now we've got some more Volvos appearing here. We got the Swedes coming over in the 1994 Volvo, as well as Adam Brock. He's had this thing out here for many years, though. Looks like they might be getting that Fiesta going. I'm seeing some scrambling. Here's the Volvo jump. Nice and smooth jump there by Adam Brock. Next up, we should have Vince Serwinski and the 1988 VW Golf. The sun's starting to set here. It's getting a little bit darker. I wonder if they'll have lights on for the second pass of this stage. Really looking forward to seeing if this second pass still happens. We got some FPV drones following nice and close. They're doing some dives. That thing's ripping. It could be confused with car noises. Here we go. Is this the 88 Volkswagen? It is. Look at that thing. Beautiful. Next up on the road, we should have Nicholas Tippmann and David Tippmann in the Ford Fiesta ST. Sounds like I can hear them coming up. Here they go. Tippmann's nice and smooth over that jump. That does mark about car 54 out of 59. So we've got about 4 or 5 cars left here. I know there's a few others that might have not come around here. And then we'll be kicking off the second pass of this stage. I'm excited to see. Looks like the Fiesta is back out in the mix. So they hit the tree, they got back on the road, they collected the triangles, and they have crossed the finish line. Hopefully we'll see them back in for the second pass. Sounds like we will be running the second pass. I'm just checking some of my messaging here. Again, thank you for joining us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, X, YouTube, wherever you're watching us. We're here in Southern Ohio Forest Rally in the Chillicothe city, town, whatever it's called, in the Yoctangee Park. It's very confusing here, all these Chillicothe, Yoctangee. It's hard to pronounce a lot of these. Even after years, I still find myself second guessing. Should have a few more cars, and it sounds like we're going to roll right back into the second stage. So we'll have the couple cars, maybe a couple of minute break. We'll stay live here with you guys. I'm looking to see. That was a Toyota Corolla there. William Ross and Colin. Here we go. That was Michael Carr. And we have Grant Gibson last on the road. And then we'll be kicking off the second pass here. We'll find out. I'm keeping an eye on my phone to make sure what this gap is going to be. Stay tuned here. Let us know if you can hear us all right and the audio is all good in the chat. Pretty smooth second half of the stage. That one car had a little oopsie at the finish line there. And there they are. I'm going to check this list again. So that was Grant Gibson. We'll be kicking off the second stage here pretty quickly. Not sure they're even going to be doing a zero car. I'll find out. Let's check out some of the crowd here. The crowd's still staying strong. We got a few people venturing into the food trucks, maybe buying some merch, but everyone's still hanging out. I'm expecting to see a few bigger jumps on this second pass here. Everyone kind of feels it out on the first one, gets comfortable, and then sends it for the second one. So we'll stay here with you guys live. Our plan is to stay for the first, 20, 30 cars, and then we might venture in to try to grab a couple of interviews with some of the drivers before they head out for the night to get ready for day 2. Again, 123 stage miles. This is just about 1 mile, so less than 2% of the rally here tonight. There we go. Travis hitting the brakes before the jump with the sparks. And just like that, stage 2 has officially kicked off. It is Travis, Brandon, Booth, Connor, Pat was the start order. And we'll see how they come through as long as everyone's still into the mix. But Travis playing a little bit safer on the second pass. He hit the brakes pretty aggressively. Here comes Brandon. Let's see how he does it. Is he going to send it? He's sending it. Proper sparks there in the low light. Brandon finishing just beyond the yellow boards there. I think he went like 10 feet further, maybe 1.5 feet higher than the first pass. That was ridiculous. That was awesome. Great to see. Next car coming up should be Ryan Booth in the Skoda. Again, last time he came through was about 4 or 5 feet of air as well. We'll see how it's going. Here he comes. We can hear him coming through. There he goes. Again, little brake beforehand. Kind of set him up for a little bit of an angle, but nice and smooth on the landing. Next up should be Patrick Gruszka coming through in the Hyundai i20. Let's see what this is all about. I hear him. You can hear him coming from pretty far away. Again, this is about 1 mile long. We've got fans all the way down the stage. Here comes Patrick. Is he going to send it on the jump? Proper jump. No sparks on that one. Patrick took it a little bit tighter on that one. Great to see Patrick Gruszka out here. Next up, we should have Javier Oliveras, another RC2 car, former double champion. Are you ever a former champion once you've already won the championship? I don't think so. We got Trevor Lydon stepping in here, taking some epic photos. Get a shot of Trevor making an appearance here for Subaru. Coming through. Trevor's always ready with the backpack on the photos. There we go. Javier Oliveras, big jump. We saw him have a little bit of a nosedive on that first one. And then the second pass there, he still had a little bit of an angle, but smoother landing overall, it appeared. So we'll move over here, take a peek at the list, and see what we got for the next 10. Again, 59 cars here today. Next up should be Cameron Steely, then Sean Donnelly. Cameron Steely in the Focus ST. He's been building this thing for years. Great to see it running nice and smooth. A little bit of sparks there. It's crazy to see the differences. You can see where the first kind of marks were on the ground there. That's where Cameron landed. That's a good, 40, 50 feet off the jump, but Brandon was landing almost over 100 feet. This is total estimation. No clue what that is in kilometers, but I'd say over 100 feet for Brandon's jump. He sent it much harder on the second pass. Here we go. Should be Sean Donnelly coming through in the Renault Clio Rally 3. Here he comes. Nice and clean, but if you noticed, we got an FPV drone down. The FPV drone took a little tumble, missed the car, luckily fell off to the side of the road. It's on the hill there. Not going to be in the way, but that drone pilot's packing up over there. You could just see him taking off the goggles. Drone down. Next car up, Dave Wallingford. There he is. Rev limiter. Dave did not let off the rev limiter both passes through here. Great to see him coming out flat out on the limiter there. Let's see, the cars are pulling into the finish there. We may head over there and grab a couple of interviews to kind of keep live with you guys, but we're going to bring you a few more jumps here. We'll work our way down a little bit further. We just had Dave Wallingford. Next up should be Michael Hooper, an open two-wheel drive. I heard some squeals there. You hear some squeals? Sounded like something interesting. There he goes, big slide, big jump, angle. He's moving, he's moving. He's good, he's good. Hooper on the mix. Not sure if he was going for a 360 intentionally, but he made it work. Now he's just got to get the thing started, turn back around. He's crossing the finish line in reverse. He's crossing the finish line in reverse. Hooper putting on a proper show. That's what it's all about. Spinning it back, going to the finish line. That is what it's all about, guys. We heard some squealing as he was coming up to the jump, then coming around with a bit of an angle there. That was wild. Next car up, here he is, Alistair Scully. Massive jump, staying flat. Hooper got away with that one. Maybe he planned it. That was epic. That was proper form to finish the jump in reverse. That's the first time I've seen that here on a Super Special. I've seen it before on YouTube, on Twitch, on TV, Facebook, wherever we're streaming, but I've never seen it in person. That's what rally's all about, seeing things for the first time, getting out here, spending time with your family and friends, going out to a jump. That is what it's all about. Crazy. That was crazy. Next up, there he is, the Swedes, Thomas Hansen in the Volvo, playing it smart. I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see the onboard of what Hooper just did there, because that was crazy. The jump, so much angle, wasn't sure what we were going to expect there, but he pulled it off. Great work by Hooper. And come back over here. You know what, why don't we go chase Hooper down? Let's watch one or two more cars, and we're going to go chase Hooper down and find out what happened. So I'm coming down. We just had Thomas Hansen. We got Seamus Burke, then Martin Spanhel. I'll tell you what. Let's watch Seamus Burke here. Proper jump. All right. I see Hooper still tail lights on at the finish line there. They're going to be pulling in here. We're going to watch one or two more cars, and then we're going over to talk to Hooper. No one can bring you the news faster than Dirtfish. On our Twitch, on our YouTube, on our Facebook, on our Twitter, X, again, whatever you're calling it. Next jump, here we go, Martin Spanhel. All right, we're on the move. Let's cross this section here. Different red tape than normal. This is a different situation here. We've been approved for these rules, but we got to go chase down Hooper. We got to find out exactly what just happened there. He got away with it. He crossed the finish line in reverse. We're going to move away. Stay tuned. We're going to walk over there, we're going to talk to Hooper, and then we're going to try to get back. Let's keep our eyes on the jump just in case someone else happens to cross the finish line in reverse. There we go. There's Roberto Iglesias and the RC2 car in the Audi. Let's go find Hooper. Let's venture in here, guys. I got to find out. Come on, watch your head, Ryan. Let's go see what happened to Hooper. Scooting over here. The cars should be lining up. Last year they had them lined up in here for a while before they let them all out. So we got Cameron Steely. Where else? Where's the control? Okay, there's the control right over there. We're gonna find out what exactly happened. He was just after Dave Wallingford, so it doesn't look like he's in. There he is. Let's get him as he's coming through the control. Find out what was going on. That was absolutely crazy, guys. I gotta get the update there. Got Sean Donnelly coming in, nice and smooth jump. And the Rally 3. We got Patrick Grushka, nice and smooth jump. We got Brandon here. Brandon, we are live. You got a quick word?
Yeah. I mean, fun way to start the rally. Obviously, really bummed for Alex. Hopefully he's okay. That jump's pretty nasty. So, like, yeah, when you hit it flat, it definitely hurts. And I think they were full tarmac specs. So, yeah, that would have been a big impact.
Did you hear or see Hooper's jump at all?
No.
He hit with about 25 degrees of angle sliding, landed, snapped back, crossed the finish line in reverse, and got away with it. So,
no way.
Yeah. We're about to grab a word with him, but we'll come back and find out more from you. Good job out there. You sent it proper jump, man.
Yeah, we tried to. A little show for the fans.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool. We're chasing down Hooper here. A little bit of bumper damage, maybe, but generally nice and clean. Let's find out what's going on. I'm on the move. We got to find out. I want to get the first word with Hooper here from the control. Hooper.
Oh, no.
We're here. We're here. We're live. This is live right now. You're not getting away with that one. I mean, you got away with it already.
I got away with it. Yeah, I definitely got away with it.
So what happened?
I did not take it the way I planned on taking it. I don't know. So I don't run tarmacs very much, and I just tried to stay flat all the way around the corner. And I started walking, and I don't know. I just wasn't paying attention to what the car was doing. And by the time I realized, I decided to stay in it, which is like the second bad decision. Yeah, staying flat was bad. Staying in it was bad. Going off the jump sideways was bad. I think the only thing I did right was backing across the finish line.
I mean, I think that was the
and getting it started. So yeah, it was super fun though.
Cool.
And probably it was a pretty soft landing.
It looked smooth. We heard what we thought was squeals a little further back. So did it start kind of far back?
Yeah, I was sideways around the corner, all the way coming around it. And like I said, I just I wasn't paying attention to like I should have. You know, exactly where the weight of the car was. Yeah. And by the time I realized, it was like, send it around. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on that. And I mean, when you backed it over the finish line, I've never heard a crowd erupt like that. So you really brought one here for the fans.
It was fun. It was super fun. Thank you.
Well, thank you. All right, moving down the lines, guys. We're going to give a chance for Hooper to breathe after that one. What an experience. What a jump. You know what? Let's head back over and see a few more jumps. We got Martin Spanhell. We got Bucky Lassick pulling in here. But we got Seamus, got the Swedes. We're going to run back over there. You know, this is the abilities that Teradek has brought us to have the mobile Prism 5G backpack. We can run around. I can run around here. I can be live. I can run out to the jump. And man, what an experience to be out here bringing you guys the news. This means something so special to me to be able to do this. Hopefully you guys are finding this entertaining. We're going to go back over to the jump here and get a few more shots of what's going on. There we go. There's Rich O'Healy and my coworker, Michelle Miller, through the jump, nice and smooth. We're going back to the jump here to catch the last few cars, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in on our Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, X, all of it. We're here bringing you the news. Back to the jump, back to our spot. Seems like we didn't miss anything too exciting. Nice, smooth jumps. But had to get a word with Hooper, find out what was going on there. Here we go. There's Mayer. Nice and smooth over the jump. Get my list back out here. Check out this start order. So it looks like we missed Hooper. We missed Healy, missed Mayer. We should have Nathan Coulter up next in the Legacy. Always great to see Nathan out here. This Legacy is so clean. Screaming coming through. There he is. Nice and smooth over the jump. Next up, Andrew Williamson, followed by Madeline Tabor in the Rally 3. Again, this is now the second running of the Yoctangee Street Stage, the Super Special. We kind of had a little bit of a pause for the first running. There was a co-driver that complained of some back pain, and then we had to pause the stage, and we restarted, and that's when we went back live with you guys here. So if you rewind to the middle, there we go, there's Andrew Williamson. If you rewind to the middle, kind of starts mid-stage as we restarted for the first running. And then we got the jumps, but the highlight of the night so far is Hooper. Just absolutely wild. We're going to catch a few more jumps over here, and then we'll go grab a couple more words with some of the drivers over there and see what their night's all about. So here we go. Who's next? Andrew Williamson. Madeline Tabor up in the Rally 3. Jumped pretty big last time. Proper jump by Madeline there. Madeline has truly been picking up the pace the last few events. Maybe a little bit too much in Oregon when she had that little bit of a roll. Great to see her back out here and still on it, sending it on the jump. Next up, we have Brian Katz, Henry Tabor, and Michael Cessna. Brian Katz in the Lexus. I was doing a nice jump. Here he is. Quiet on the jump, but it looked like the diff hit. Looked like it kind of wheelied a little bit, and the diff slapped the ground there. You could see that. The diff hit first. Proper sparks there. Next up, Henry Tabor, then Michael Cessna. Henry sent it pretty good last time. Michael definitely sent it. Like I said, Michael sent it too hard last year and broke his oil pan and continued the rally. So here's Henry. Nice and quiet. Thing was just like a 2 ships in the night passing. Nice and quiet. Here's Michael Cessna coming through in the E36. Massive jump on the first run. Massive jump last year, broke his oil pan. Let's see what he can do here on the second pass. Is he going to top his first jump? Might be hard to do, but I think he's going to try. There he comes. Here's Michael Cessna, Jamie Lambert coming over the jump. There we go. Was that a blown gearbox? Was that a blown gearbox? If you heard what I heard, you heard rev limiter, but as soon as he landed, the rev limiter changed, and then it sounded like he went back to it, and maybe he lost A gear. Didn't sound ideal. I'm trying to see if he's still moving, but he's stopped in the finish control, and I'm not going to be able to see if he goes forward anymore. So here we go. Next car. Nick Luther in the old Dirtfish school car, keeping a proper pace, and the little flames there at the end to bring it home. We'll grab a few more cars here, and then might head over, try to get a recap of the night, what everyone experienced out there. Got Nick Luther, Daniel Hayes. Lost by Choice Motorsports here in the Mustang. He's up next. Always sends it on the jump. Massive jump from him last year at Over Mountain Rally in Tennessee at the Newport Speedway. Seeing some headlights. Quiet, but huge. You know, what's interesting about that Mustang is he doesn't run rally tires on it. I don't know what the choice is with that, but he runs some sort of all-terrain type situation that's a very big sidewall, nice cushy tire, but no rally tires on that Mustang. Next up, Doug Shepard, James Prisbokowski, Mark Tabor, Kason Pedersen. You know, I'm going to take a peek in the chat right now. There we go, Doug Shepard coming over the line. Exactly. I'm looking at the comments right now. I'm responding to you guys as I see this. Peter Farrow. Great to see Hooper with the boss recovery. It was amazing. It's great to hear Hooper's words. If you can rewind in the video, we actually spoke with Hooper. Sean Edwards has just joined the chat. Only 2 Volvos out here this weekend. Sean, you should have made the trip over. There we go. Another one of the Prisbokowski brothers on the jump. Guys, what should we do? I'm going to ask, I'm here just glancing in on the Facebook chat. Should we stay here for more jumps, or should we head over and talk to some of the drivers? Right now, we kind of have the option. Cars are going to start leaving soon. I won't be able to catch up with a lot of those drivers. Do you guys want to see more action? Do you guys want to see more interviews? Let's see it in the chat. I'm kind of monitoring. We'll see what you guys say. But for now, we'll stay for a couple more cars as the comments come in. Nice smooth jump on that one. Sean Edwards has just joined the chat. We got another car coming over the line here. Headlights. There's Kason Pedersen, nice and smooth. Street lights have turned on. It's officially nighttime. 9:15 here in Ohio, in Chillicothe at the Yoctangee Park, the Yoctangee street stage. This is almost the finish of SS2 here. We may very quickly head over and try to grab a few words with drivers. It sounds like cars are starting to take off. The drivers will start to disappear to get ready for tomorrow. So there's a few more jumps here. We'll go over and grab some interviews. There we go. Mike Turpak in the Causey. Sounds like something loud behind him. Ian McCarthy in the 2.5 RS, the naturally aspirated. Wicked loud. Here it comes. All right, sending it over the jump. Nice and smooth on the jump. All right, guys, I think it's time we venture in. We venture in and grab some interviews. Let's stay for one more car here. I'm gonna make sure some of our other media guys here still hanging out to the end, bringing you guys the action. We got a fight breaking out here on the other side of the stage. Could be friendly, not sure. You know, it's a battle to get first place position here. It's a battle to get first place position as a spectator. There we go. Big slide coming in. Matt McGee. Nice little nosedive by Matt McGee. All right, guys, we're going to head to do some interviews right now. Back over to the start there. We're going to venture in. Let's grab this last car. You never want to turn your back to the road. Safety first here. Keeping my face towards the cars. We'll see some headlights coming. Get this jump. There we go. Nice. Proper jump there. All right. Let's head back here and grab some interviews. We're going to bring you guys the news here. Ryan, nice over the tape there. There we go. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We're just nearing the end here of stage 2, the Yoctangee Street stage. The crowds are sticking it out. They're looking for more excitement out here. I think Hooper's been the talk of the night so far. Crossing the jump like that on such an angle was wild. We're going to dip under here, go over to the cars and start interviewing some of the drivers. Ryan, you slide under there first. There we go. Nice little smooth jump over there. We're going to jump over here, go talk to some of the drivers. We got people up on the roofs getting the spectating in. People got RC cars. It's still pretty popping here in the YMC parking lot here at the Yoctangee Park. But let's go venture in, see who we can talk to, find out what's going on in the rally. Only 2 miles in, so not a whole lot to talk about competition-wise. You know, it doesn't mean a massive amount for competition. It's a nice little treat to the fans, the spectators. Kind of bring the heat, show what there's going on the jump. What we're looking for here is everything smooth. We got Dave Wallingford pulling in. We got Kaysen Pedersen here pulling in. You know what? Let's walk right up to Kaysen. Kaysen's pulling in. It's first time back in the car in a while. I'm giving drivers no time here. I'm going right into it. We'll grab a quick word with Kaysen right away. Kaysen, 2 stages done. How was it out there?
It was good. It was really nice to get back in the car. Felt really good. That stage is like one of my favorites. It's always a good start. So,
do you have a lot of tarmac experience otherwise than the school?
Besides Dirtfish, not really. No, not daily driving, but
okay.
Other than that,
you went pretty smooth over the first pass. With that second pass, you had a nice little jump there. Was that the plan?
Yeah, that's exactly what we wrote up. Just kind of felt it out on the first one, and then the second one said, let's add a little bit, and it worked out perfect. So,
feel good to be back in the car?
Awesome, man. Really does.
Cool. Well, thanks. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Kaysen, great to see him back out here. Who we got here? We got Mark Tabor here. We got Henry over here. Let's go talk to Henry. Let's go over. We got a couple of the Tabors here. We got 3 of the Tabor cars nice and close. Henry, nice little proper jumps. This thing's quiet in the air.
It's quiet? Oh, we got to change that. No, it was good. Well, it's quiet because I lift off to not break anything, Dad, OTR. Sorry, something in my throat there. This was like my Long Beach. Okay. Like I was more excited about the fact we're running a street stage than I was about the jump.
Okay.
But now I'm like, I could go run the whole rally just this over and over again. I'd be so happy. But no, that was so much fun.
Awesome. Cool. You got a lot of tarmac experience. Like this rally having 20% tarmac-ish overall. How you feel about that?
Confidence-wise, really good. But if you look at my times, I'm really slow. So I'm not sure if I need to be less confident and more, I don't know. But I feel good about it. I feel good and I'm comfortable there. I just hope that my speed doesn't drop too much compared to everybody else. I don't know what they have on me, but I feel good. Maybe I'm just being too methodical and I need to friggin' send it.
Yeah. Send it, have fun.
Send it, have fun.
Yeah.
What, I don't know. Car over everything. So, I had so much fun though. I mean, it felt good to just kind of get this underway. I think the 2 runs were really awesome. The second run was super great. I loved it so much. And yeah, no, I've got my tarmac starts down. Nice. So to not break anything.
Cool. Well, good. Congrats on the finish of the first 2 stages.
Thank
good
you.
luck on the other 122 miles. See you later. Yeah, thanks, Henry. Moving on down here. Got Mike Turpak here. We'll grab a quick word. Mike.
Yes.
Beautiful car. I say it's the cleanest, most beautiful car here every time we see it.
Thank you.
How was the jump?
It was good. It was good. I kind of backed off a little too much. I think we hit 80, and then I was like, that's gonna break things. So got it to 60.
I mean, it flies pretty well with the nice wing on the back there, doesn't it?
It does. 2 years ago, I think we hit it around 70, and the skid plate kind of got bent back a little bit, so I knew better to just relax a little bit.
Cool.
But good times.
Nice. We're going to see you out more this year?
Absolutely, yeah.
Any other events picked out?
Over Mountain and LSPR, hopefully.
Okay. Cool. Well, good luck on the rest of the rally.
Thank you.
Moving on down the line here. Madeline sent it here in the Rally 3. Cameron Steely's out here. He's got the trunk popped. Maybe we can grab a quick word with Cameron. Cameron, you got a chance for a quick word? We're live here. Yeah. We're live on Twitch. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on all of it.
We're on all of it.
Facetube. Exactly. How was it? 2 miles in.
It was fun. We did great. I was having a lot of fun. It was cool. I had a lot more confidence this time, and car's working, not cutting out. We blew the turbo on the test stage, which kind of stunk, but so we went back to the old turbo. So we're a little down horsepower from what that one was, because that one was awesome, but still having a great time. Loved it. Leia did awesome. So it was a great time. We were going sideways, just throwing it side, launched it off the jump, and just laughing, giggling the whole time. So yeah, it was awesome.
What's your plan of attack for the rest of the weekend?
Have fun. I've realized that like right now I just need to have fun, get the seat time, instead of trying to worry about the time. So right now just go have fun and get our chemistry together, because it's our first time working together. But so far so good. I'm excited to see what we can do.
Cool. Plans for the rest of the year?
Well, see how this goes, and then hopefully we'll finish off the championship together. So
cool.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Congrats on the first 2 miles. We'll see you later.
All right, thanks.
Moving on down the line here. Everybody's pulling in. The night's coming to an end. I want to talk to Matt McGee. Matt McGee here and the wicked redonkulous rabbit thing is what his rally team is called. Matt, you got time for a quick word? We're live here. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook, YouTube, all of it. Yeah, you want to throw a hat on? You sent it over the jump. How was it?
Yeah, well, the car's got 2 blown rear struts before we started this, so under braking it wants to swap ends, but sometimes you got to go, right?
Yeah. It's great to see you back out. Are we going to see you out for more events this year?
I doubt it. This is probably it.
I think you're 2 years in a row here for the regional limited 2?
Yeah, we won the last 2, so we'll see how this goes.
What's the plan then for this year?
I got a brand new 15-year-old co-driver in the car, so there's a lot of learning experience happening right now too. We'll see. Hopefully we can build pace and confidence together and gain speed all week.
Awesome. We'll catch up with you all weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Awesome. Great to see him back out here. You said 2 years in a row, winning the limited 2-wheel drive. We got Hooper back over there. I'm still feeling it off of Hooper's jump. It was massive. The massive angle. We still got a few other cars sending it over the jump. We can see the lights in the distance as they're jumping here. We got Santiago. Let's grab a quick word with Santiago here. Santiago, how was it out there?
It was great. I don't know if they say it's been raining and if maybe it was cleaner, because that felt way grippier than it has in the past. And we were going maybe a little too fast the first time.
Okay.
Checked up too much the second time, but I clipped one of the apex cones and blew out my my mirror. So yeah, I'm gonna go once we get green light. I'm gonna go look for it.
Nice. What's your plan of attack for the rest of the rally?
Beat Chris here.
Okay, good. Pressure's on.
Yeah,
Keep the pressure on.
I'm gonna keep him honest.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you won last year here, didn't you?
Yes, he did have a minor off-road excursion.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Santiago Iglesias here. Lost his mirror on the second stage. We'll move on down. See if I can grab a couple more interviews here. We got a few other cars. We got Roberto's pulled in here. Hooper here with the massive spin. Everyone's talking to him. See a little bit of the bumper damage there. They got away with that. Just a slight spin there. They got away with it. Moving down the line here. Roberto's here and the RC2. We got Bucky out here. Not sure if Bucky's already out of the car or if he's around. That doesn't look like, maybe it's not Bucky in the car. Let's see. Yep, not Bucky. We'll keep on moving down the line here, see if we can grab a couple quick words with some other people here. Might be coming to an end. The crowds look like they're packing up. I'm getting towards the end of the line here. The Volvo's already on the trailer. Nick Luther's here pulled in. The Passport. Let's talk to Chris. We didn't get a chance to see this on camera, and I'm seeing Chris Sladek here laying down underneath the car. One, take a look at the lighting. Ridiculous. That's great. But we're seeing Chris here. He's looking at some bits on the Honda Passport. Maybe give him a second here. It looks like he's saying, oh yeah. So maybe it sounds like they found something. We got Richo over here. We'll venture over to Richo. Richo, we're live right now. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Facetube, all of them. How was it?
It was great. We sort of delivered on all of our goals. We went over the finish line forward. I'm told is something of an achievement.
Yes.
No, it was great. So fun.
Okay. 2 miles in, like, how does it feel? What does it feel like to finish 2 miles knowing that's less than 1.5% of the rally?
Yeah, I mean, I think super specials are awesome. I love them. They add a lot of logistics. I think there's valid criticisms, but I think they're great. It's so fun hanging out with this many people. But the real work starts tomorrow, right? Like, I see this as what vaguely arbitrary handicap are we starting the rally with, or for or against this tomorrow, and then tomorrow we get out and rally. So it feels good. I had a great time, but I'm excited to sleep and go real fast tomorrow.
Cool. Have you seen any clips of Hooper?
I have.
Okay, good. We watched it and then we ran over here and interviewed him. You can go back in the stream and watch that. It's awesome.
I mean, I will. I saw 2 different angles like at the same time. Like, people are very, very excited to let us know. I mean, mostly I'm glad he's okay, and I'm glad mechanically it sounds like things are fine. It did make some pretty ugly noises as that was all taking place. But no, I think we're in pretty good shape. I hear I think we're the leading Lexus, which is it's fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is that the first time?
I mean,
Hooper's in the mix?
Yeah, definitely.
You're the leading Lexus and you finished in the correct direction. So that's a couple of good achievements there.
What more can you ask for?
Exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you, Richo. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
We'll catch you around.
Yep. See ya. Moving down the line. Michelle. Let's grab a quick word with Michelle. We're here. One of my coworkers. Michelle. She's got something going here. Maybe it's a hat. It's a hat.
Yeah.
She's ready. Got the Women in Motorsport, the Dirtfish Women in Motorsport hat here.
This hat is so great. It's got the mesh back so your head breathes in this nice sweaty weather. It's so good. Yeah.
You can buy that on dirtfish.com. Michelle, 2 stages in. How you feeling?
Yeah, that was super fun. Always love doing it for the fans out here. It's great. We didn't put on quite as good a show as our teammate. Richo might have said the same thing.
Yeah.
No, but we had a great time. We were on the Hoosier tarmacs, and super fun to get some experience on those. They're kind of slippery when they're cold, but towards the end of the stage, they really hooked up, and we were able to carry some great pace.
Do you feel like they held any heat for the second pass? I mean, how long of a break did you guys actually have? It was a pretty long break.
Yeah, I think it was about 45 minutes. So, yeah, they held absolutely no heat. But, yeah, it is what it is. We're all in the same boat there, you know? Yeah.
Well, congrats on finishing 2 stages. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks. Can't wait. Bye.
Thank you, Michelle. Moving down the line, I think it might be getting close, guys. We might have to start calling it here. Everyone's rolled in. There's no cars left hitting the jump. Again, thank you for tuning in here in Chillicothe, Ohio at the Yoctangee Street Stage. 2 passes. We had that little brief pause during stage 1, so our stream didn't quite have the first half of the first stage. A co-driver did complain of some back pain, so they paused the stage just as a precaution to be able to check out the co-driver, and then they started it back up. So we are heading out south tomorrow for 60 stage miles. Still 18 stages to go in the rally. Again, thank you for tuning in on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, X. Maybe there's another channel I'm forgetting there. Stay tuned all weekend. Hopefully we'll be bringing you some more lives via this Teradek 5G mobile Prism backpack. Thank you for joining us.